Learning your lessons. What lessons are you learning? Well. Let's see what lessons these two groups of individuals here are learning. As you can see in the photo, we on one hand, we have a group of young black kids. And on the left hand, we have a group of young white kids. Now, obviously, you can see these are school age children. They're probably going to school, as you know, sitting in classes. And when you go to school to learn your lessons. And, every day in America, kids go off to school to go learn their lessons. But what lessons are they really learning? Hmm. Right? So let's look at these two groups of people, you know, and let's go to the extreme norms. Let's not sit in the middle that they like to always say, you see a black kid and a white kid and you see them playing together and everybody say, oh, if we could just be kids and race relations wouldn't be so in America. Look, they don't know what racism is. Oh, and look how beautiful they get along, which is just a crock. Uh, so I said, let's look at the extremes. Let's take, let's say these black kids are from mm, your friendly neighborhood projects, your ghettos, your so-called black communities that are ran down, burnt out. Okay, now we're gonna say these white kids here are from, let's say, the trailer park, backwoods, Hicksville, let's shuffle some hay and do a barnyard step. Okay, now we establish our extremes. That's our extreme norms we're working with. Now, what are the lessons these kids are learning when they step out their house to go to school 5 days a week to go learn their lessons? They are learning very important lessons when they leave their house to go to school before they are learning the lessons. Hmm. Let's look at this word lessons. What is a lesson? Structured period of time where learning is intent to occur. All right? Well, leaving your house, going to school, having a full day of school, coming home from school, I would say that's a structured event. All right? And I'm not just talking about sitting in class and going to lunch. I'm talking about that whole entire day is a structured event, right? So what lessons are they learning within this structured event within a day that that consumes 5 days out of a week? For some people get 2, some people get 3 months off. So we'll say anywhere from 9 to 10 months. All right. We're not including summer break or summer school or nothing like that. So between that time, that structured event that happens, what lessons are they learning? Hmm. Okay. Now we have nice young white kid. He says, "Bye, mom. Time to go to school." So he goes wait for his school bus now. Now you're gonna have to follow me from this point here. When he or she gets on that school bus, now we're talking about the kid, right? He's from the trailer park, what we like to call trailer park, redneck, oh, still with the outhouse. Okay. Now, whether it's a tractor coming to pull uh, a wagon to take them to school, or whether it's a school bus that comes to pick them up, 90% of the time, that individual that they see it's gonna be a white person, somebody that looks like them. Now this bus drives, and takes them to school. Bye, bus driver. They're walking into the school. Now, when they walk into the school, 90 to 100% of the teachers, guidance counselor, principal, vice principal they encounter is going to be white, right? Somebody that looks just like them in an authoritarian learning instructional position, right? Now they may see a black person or somebody other than black, and they'll probably be working in the cafeteria, maybe a coach, or the janitor, the maintenance guy, the custodian. Now, if now we're talking about K to 12, so these could be anywhere from fifth graders to second graders to 12th graders, right? Now, if they're old enough to go within the community where the school is located to go buy food and just to hang out, the stores they go into, right? Even if it's the corner store or a little shack at the side of the road where they're selling hay at, it's a white person. And 75% of the time, the person that's running that store may know the children that come in. Hey, Bobby, tell your pa I'll see him tonight. A sense of community, right? Right? If a fire truck comes by or a police officer or anybody that serves the city, 90% of the time it's going to be a white person. Somebody that looks like them, right? This is in the backwoods now. Remember, we're still talking about the ones we like to call poor, the coal miner's daughter, right? Follow. So now when he goes home, he or she kisses their parents, and they relive that same scenario the next day for 5 days. Now, when your young black kid gets on the bus, they say, bye, mom. 50, 50% of the time, right? Because we're talking to ghettos now. Most ghettos are in their cities, right? We have modern transportations, right? Right. Now, even if it's the kid out in the farm in the Hicks, whatever. If a tractor comes to do the same thing it did for the kids over here, 50% of the time they will see a black individual, somebody that looks like them. Now, when they get to the school, bye, bus driver. They walk in. 75% of the staff, teachers, principals, guidance counselors are white. People in authoritarian positions. If it's somebody that's black, maybe it's an English teacher, a coach, a guidance counselor, work in the kitchen, groundskeeper. Now, if he or she is old enough to go out in the community where the school is, when they walk into the stores, they don't see nobody that don't. 20, 20. I wouldn't even say that's just the high end. 20% of the time they'll walk into the store that's owned and ran by black. Somebody that looks like them. But when they walk in the store, they see nobody that probably runs the store that's collecting the money, that owns the property that looks like them. And that person don't know them when they walk in. You're just a customer, right? So when he goes home and he or she goes home, kiss their ma, kiss their pop, and go to sleep, they have to wake up and relive that scenario every day for 5 days within a 9 to 10 period month. What lessons are you learning? It's clear the lessons that's being taught right here, but somehow we miss it. What lessons are your kids learning when they step foot out of your house to go to school? Hmm? What lessons are you learning?